Here in Conklin, New York, entire houses are being torn down.
That's probably somebody's back porch patio or whatever.
A sign of the town's slow death.
So he's torn this down in just a matter of hours.
A matter of minutes.
Maybe.
The one thing people here believe can save it is right beneath them.
In this area, we have two best assets we have is our skilled workforce, which they're all gone and left. And the other thing is under our feet is our minerals.
That's Jim Finch, Conklin's town supervisor. See, Conklin sits on one of the largest natural gas fields in the world, the Marcellus Shale. Residents say if they could just drill into the land, it could bring Conklin back to life. But there's just one problem. New York State doesn't allow fracking.
When I got the phone call, I said we should succeed, and that's where we are.
So Finch is leading a charge to legally leave the state of New York and join the neighboring state of Pennsylvania, where fracking is legal.
You can go over there and the housing, they have new roofs, they have new siding, new cars in the garage. And you can look at the comparison, what we have here and with the rest of the country, and it's not right when we have the biggest resource we have is in the ground.
But here in Conklin, they can't access those resources because New York Governor Andrew Cuomo said last December that the health costs of drilling for natural gas are too high.
When that health commissioner said he wouldn't let his family live in an area where they're doing fracking because he believes their health may be in jeopardy, that was enough for me. And I don't want to choose between jobs and health.
According to a peer-reviewed study published by the National Institutes of Health, fracking fluids use toxic and cancer-causing chemicals. And the study says, quote, "It's clear that the closer you are, the more elevated your risk. We can conclude that this process has not been shown to be safe." But the author cautioned that the fracking boom is so new that long-term studies about specific health effects haven't been done yet.
What about the health costs?
Well, they're drilling right across the border here, not 2 miles away. The air comes here, doesn't it?
In New York's Broome County, which includes Conklin, the unemployment rate is 6.9%. But then just across the border in Pennsylvania, in Bradford County, the jobless rate is 5.6%. And the tax base has soared by more than $100 million in just the past 5 years. Now, it's highly unlikely that these towns will actually secede from New York, because in order to do that, they'd have to have the approval of not only the federal government, but also the legislatures of both states. But it's still not impossible. So we went to see how the other half lives.
We'll be right down the middle of all the drill units.
Doug McClinko has been a county commissioner in Bradford County, Pennsylvania for the last 12 years.
We have about, I think right around close to 1,500 wells that have been drilled.
The first drilling rig went up in 2008.
What about the drinking water? People who say that the drinking water is at risk.
Well, it's been proven that, with all the wells in Bradford County, has there been issues of migrating methane early on? Yeah, but triple wall casing grouting standards have been changed that solved a lot of those problems.
But there have been other problems. The Pennsylvania Department of Environmental Protection says that regulators found 73 violations at 24 wells, all in Bradford County just last year.
You were saying just because you're a supporter of natural gas drilling doesn't mean you necessarily hate the environment. You're saying the two can be reconciled.
You think I'm going to hurt this? This is where I live.
McClinko says that fracking has been a boon to the county's economy.
What we have in our county is no debt. We've cut our taxes. Our farms are healthy. There's prosperity.
Prosperity for people like Dick Harris. His house is right next door to a drill pad.
All 4 of these wells on this pad go down the hill right underneath my property.
And how has that changed your life? Do you get royalties from it?
Yes, I get royalties. Not getting wealthy. Average person is only getting like $400 a month.
Are you at all worried about your health?
No.
While the long-term health effects are still uncertain, Jim Finch says as far as he's concerned, fracking is worth it.
We have it. Just let us take it out of the ground.
Morgan Radford, Al Jazeera, New York.